Hello. I was speaking, but my microphone wasn't plugged in that entire time. But hi, for all my best intentions to start early, I am starting a couple minutes late, but that is because there was a conversation happening in the hallway outside of my house, so I didn't want to have that be picked up on the microphone. I might finish Disco today, maybe. I thought I was going to finish it last time, but maybe today's the day. I'm not sure how much more game there is because I don't want to look anything up because this game, I fear all the spoilers. But yeah, last time the tribunal happened, a bunch of people died, and it didn't go well for us. Our prime suspect killed herself, and it's not going... It could be worse, but it could be a lot better. In any case, continue? Continue? Is that what I want to do? I haven't returned to this on my own time because I have no time. So I haven't done exploration to see what I could do better in terms of the tribunal and making sure that people don't die and that I don't get shot. So yes, currently I am injured. I'm staying in this clean hotel room free of charge. Why are we missing a couch cushion? Kim, we are one. Newly replaced glass. Oops.
Yes?
I didn't want to talk to you. I'm having to do my remembering what Xbox buttons are versus my... You hear traffic sounds outside, back in the world again. Versus my Switch controller, because everybody wants to be unique, so they switch all the buttons around. What's this? Reunited with the right speaker. The door is open. You can walk right into Kim's room. Oh, I think that I did a little bit of this. I did. Alarm is set for 6:50 a.m. Too early. Medicinal supplies in the cupboard. Mercurochrome, a scalpel. Antibiotics. Oh, so what's happened this week? In between doing assignments and finishing post fall break assignments that are mostly group work, I'm dealing with mice in the house. I caught one the other day, and this little bastard was incredibly bold. I was finishing an assignment late Thursday night. I like to do the final edits on group projects to make sure that things are well communicated. And I look up, and there's a mouse looking at me. And then I was like, huh. And it darted away, but it certainly was not behaving like a mouse normally would in this situation. That leg hurts. Maybe if you don't run on it, it'll be okay. My leg will never be okay. Oh, I can't get into this room anymore, can I? No, I can't. Wait, yes I can. Beautiful. So one mouse, that one freak of a mouse, was captured and killed at the same time. I didn't kill it myself, but I did by mechanism of setting a trap. So the next mouse, I know that there's a second one in the house because today, as I was doing work on a different assignment, I was pretty quiet at my desk, and then I sneezed, and I heard the mouse like do that scramble of scratching against the floor as he was running away from my sneeze, and I was like, God damn it. So there is a second mouse in here somewhere. And I have 2 traps set, so maybe it will be caught. Who knows? Did they replace the glass up here too?
You see the same 2 neon-lit shapes.
Hmm.
A man and a woman. Only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
I hate the sound. I'm sorry, I just like scratched at my desk a little bit. But
Ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
yeah, it scrambled away, and I was like, that is a wild creature in my house now, living rent-free and eating my food. I learned that I had a mice in the first place because I hadn't been suspecting anything. This happens every fall. There's always going to be some creatures trying to get into the house because of the cold, but I hadn't suspected anything until one day I looked at... I have a little teacup on the top of my microwave where I'm saving lemon seeds, and I had about 15 seeds in it last I checked. And then I looked at it and I was like, there are no more seeds in there. It must have been eaten by the creature. I assume your food is sealed and everything. Yes, most of my food is above, like, I have, thankfully, my cupboard, like, all my food is pretty well secure. My cupboards are all elevated and they are inaccessible to where the mice are coming from below my counter. But the last few days I had been in a stupor of midterms, so my dishes had piled up a little bit, which may have attracted some of them. I have since cleaned all my dishes. I did a deep clean of my stove because I found the creature inside my stove. So yeah, I need to do a deep clean in general just to satisfy my own germophobic tendencies.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth to the roof outside, A prime, to then widen into a radius of locations in Martinez, B prime, B double prime, and B triple prime.
Where does the thread lead?
It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime, the island in the bay.
So I've already gone through this conversation. I'll just let it play out.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna. That is where the thread seems to point.
How did she know how to do this?
She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her?
I'm gonna say this is a way of saying sorry. I don't remember what I said before.
I find that hard to believe. But at this point, what difference does it make?
This is also a location we have yet to rule out.
So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
You seem unenthusiastic.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
Oh.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything.
Island. Me too.
He is trying to justify it to himself.
I don't have to say anything. This is just something we have to do, Kim.
I understand.
He will. He has it in him.
Let's go to the island.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had a sloop, but she's gone.
Lillian.
Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, Kim, my beloved. Red thread made of nylon leads out of the room and onto the roof. I'm really into mouthwashing lately. The indie game that came out, I've seen so much fan art come out for it, and I am definitely going to show Moose a playthrough. We're hoping that Markiplier plays it, because everyone that I watch who plays all the weird indie games are boring to Moose. But whenever Markiplier plays something, it's like, yes! He's played the weird game. I can show it to Moose now and have her be entertained. Never found out the secret of this door.
The cobalt blue, old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers.
Yeah. The cook is gone. Cook, your food is smoking. This is an unattended kitchen.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. I give credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him. Crawled inside then. Bullets started flying.
Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by. danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
Where is everyone?
Oh, you know, people don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business.
The man with the sunglasses. Who?
I don't remember everyone who comes here. And
Oh, I know.
sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad.
Sunglasses man was the person from my precinct who came to sour up the place. I have to mention it. You were on the balcony.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. That's because I'm a bad ass.
It really took courage. Don't pick at him.
Stoic nod.
He nods back at you, even more stoically.
Oh, we're nodding at each other now.
Just two badass men nodding stoically. Make that three. The lieutenant nodding too.
I didn't
Hands crossed.
I didn't realize last time that everyone was nodding. Amazing. Alright, thanks.
No problem. They'll come back. They always do.
Bye-bye. Alright. Gendarme, what are you up to?
Hi again, gendarme.
Alright,
Bye-bye, gendarme.
bye-bye. Are you gonna say it's all about the money? It's all about the money. It's all about the money, you know. Yep. I've come to learn your words. Hey, Titus. Oh, I think I already had this conversation. How you doing? How's it going?
Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his bear in welcome.
I feel like I should go to Everard, because it's been a little bit since I talked to him.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you. But I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately. That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that. But I guess what I'm trying to say here is, thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
This is big. It's as big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances.
I was honored to fight by your side. Pillow fight compared to the gloaming. Superstarred, shaken, nod in silence. I think last time I said no need to thank me doing my job or was an honor. I'm just gonna nod in silence.
Now, how can I help you?
I'm sorry about the people you lost.
Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sickbed. But Angus, he was just a stupid kid. Didn't realize the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat, angry bear.
Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer.
And Glenn was my friend. Best I've ever had. I'd love that crazy homo like my own brother. We're all fucked without him. But what do you do? This job is shit.
I don't remember Glenn. Did he have blonde hair? I think he had blonde hair. They died fighting for something they believed in. There's honor in that.
Huh? Got that shit out.
Oh.
That's the kind of rhetoric bangers sell to kids in genre, to get them to join a gang. I'm sick and tired of this honor bullshit.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Had to tell Angus's mom about the honor that was bestowed upon his son. You didn't share your optimism, Copper. But fine. Fuck it. To each his own.
RIP, I chose the wrong option. I would never have said that anyways. What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys now?
I guess I'll take There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing Winters, and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy boys.
What happened to Glasgow?
Don't know. Don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again.
So rude.
Even after all that hell, he's still bitter about her.
Titus, after all we've been through, you really liked her, didn't you? I don't know what to say. Let's raise shit.
Nope.
Well,
He did.
same here, man.
He shrugs and tries to look uninterested.
Any idea what I should do now?
Judging by the sight of you, I'd suggest crawling into bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other.
Yeah, go pay Monica visiting Jandro. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest bird of milkers in all.
Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now.
Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Alain. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers.
You're welcome, Bina Claude. You're all right in my book.
Bye-bye.
Take care, coppers. You two look after yourselves now. Death passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice.
Out we go.
Loco. And normal cop, I guess. Good luck in Jandro. Scars made the best tattoos, they say.
I'm Capo Loco.
Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step into that line of fire, but you did.
And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one hardy copper.
And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead.
RCM could use you.
I will, Capo. That's a promise. Now scoot, because the Hardy boys got some mourning and drinking to do.
Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet.
Good point, Bino Claude. We'll keep the vol under 12% tonight.
Woo! Okay. Now it'll be new, all from here on out. Can't do it with class, don't do it at all. Oh, yes, and there's what is it? Words out here. Un jour je serai de retour près de toi. One day I will return to your side. And you're still mourning your friend. Man, so many people have died. Been with this game for a long time. Let's read this first.
The graffito has been painted. This was Cindy the Skull. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it. Yes. This is still fresh. And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens. See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
I like that interfacing suggests this. That seems like something that Half-Life would suggest. Okay, so we're gonna go to the fishing village. We're going to... Hey, Tommy, did you see that I got shot?
My man, you're alive.
Hey!
Almost. Kind of. Sort of alive?
I've been better.
Man, what a day. I missed out on most of the action, but I heard it was quite the encounter. Had a strong sense of finality to it. So what's next? You guys heading back to Jamrock now? Talk is local union muscle were behind it all. I'd reckon the case is closed, even if it kind of turned into a shit show.
Looking around, loose ends.
Good luck with that, my man. Ain't easy being you, but hey, you're still breathing, right?
You're not angry with me anymore? Are you angry with me, Tommy?
Fuck it. I'm a bad guy now. There's things more important than holding a grudge. It's okay. You've been through enough.
I'm sorry your lady friend killed herself.
We are what we are. And you're a cop. Shoot. Sorry, man. Didn't mean it like that. Ask away.
I met the lady driver.
Okay.
Is it wise to share information about the case like this, sire? Telling him is a really bad idea.
I know!
The lieutenant throws you a quick glance. What are you doing?
This is so heavy-handed. I was just gonna say she's nice. Yeah, that's it. I can't share anymore.
That's probably for the best. You keep your job to yourself. With a job like yours, you have to.
Bye. That could have been bad. That could have been bad! Should I go see Everett? I kind of want to do the boat thing. Oh, let's go see Everett. Fuck it. I have time. Oh, the racist isn't here anymore. 3 T's. How idiomatic. 3 T's? What? 3 T's? Idiomatic? What do you mean? What is going on here? 3 T's. Why did it say 3 T's? I don't know. Almania?
The boyadero stares at you with respect.
Mañana.
Then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes.
Danger comes with the boyadero lifestyle. I got shot, no big deal. Oh, that's rude. I got shot, no big deal.
Yet you live. It goes back to an older era where this was commonplace. You have a true boyadero heart.
Where'd everyone go?
Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbor's in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out, for the time being.
Oh, you can't get me inside?
No, man. Not today. Today is war.
Oh,
He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal.
what's up?
Time will tell. I'll tell Everett you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad.
What are you up to?
I'll be okay here, doing lookout. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any insane killers turn up. Then I'll run. And live.
Yeah, don't get shot.
I'm sure I'll be luckier than you, friend.
Grin is as wide as the desert. I like metaphors. Nope, locked. Where's the racist? Metalhead? Not Metalhead. What's his name? It's not Metalhead. Oh my god. I've completely forgotten what the racist man's name is. Meathead? No, it's something like metal, but it's not. Metal face? Meat face. You know, it's good that I've forgotten. I hear the mouse. It's in my kitchen. I don't know what to do about this. Oh, can I talk to... I don't think Roy will say anything different. Pawn shop Roy. Okay. Are these locusts finally dead? No, they're still alive.
The trap is full of locusts.
There's a frying pan beside the locusts. Can't do anything about it. Hey, why are there footprints here? Were these here before? Were these here before? Have I just ignored them this entire time? Perhaps. Maybe those are my footprints. Okay. And it's raining now. Hey, Lillian. Things happened. Hey, old lady. Things happened.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope
I got
that
shot.
Even I can see that. I told you not to bring your trouble with you, policeman. We've got troubles of our own here.
I didn't get shot here.
Though I suppose you took the worst of it. Turns out you were your own ill omen.
I guess you're right. The men with guns are coming for me after all.
I'm not sure those were the last of the men with guns either. There are always more coming for your kind, officer.
Thanks.
Then we'll be ready for them.
Lillian!
Officer Harry, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
Oh, you know.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
You seem angry why people hurt me. I want to talk to you about your boat. Why are you angry?
Look at you. You can barely walk.
It's nothing.
Doesn't look like nothing. Looks like you've got banged up real good. What happened to you anyway? We heard gunshots from the town. They were closer than usual.
One of them were from me.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guilaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys. 2 dead and 1 in the hospital.
So you're a killer?
Bruh.
That's good, I guess. Better than being dead.
Scoff in a masculine manner. Most cops are killers.
Aye. I bet they are. The good ones, at least.
What an interestingly enigmatic thing to say. I have a question for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
Give me your boat.
That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead.
2 days? I just got a bacterial infection. It's nothing to worry about, Kim. Can we borrow your boat?
If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
I haven't drank for 5 days.
Of course, ma'am. It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
A day or two? Goddamn, Kim. What are your plans?
Aye.
What if I want to rock? Oh, not attentively.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you.
Wouldn't crow's feet appear? Because that's usually what causes crow's feet. I have eye wrinkles. They usually cause by smile. Wow, it just became brighter. 2 days of sunshine. Bacterial infection.
I'm sad to hear that. Take care of that with ether, will you? Don't get too many RCM men round here. Be sad to lose the first one.
What's on the island? Oh, well, there's what I'm gonna say. Nothing really. Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war for the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
You said you haven't been there yourself, but who?
My husband used to drink there.
Uh-oh.
Him and his drinking buddies. Always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me.
The weather is changing on a dime. It is foggy now.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do, on rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such.
The twins.
The twins. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge.
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place before we go? Would that be alright?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do.
I call your children stupid regularly, which is unfortunate. I really shouldn't choose that option anymore. Is there anything I should know about getting there?
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Okay. Thank you.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
I have $80. I can pay for that. Children, I have a gun.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Island.
On that island?
No, some other island. Yes, that one. What's there?
That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
Oh my god, did they get actual children to do these voices? That's adorable.
And we make a fire. We make a fire.
Oh my god.
Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over from the war, but this could be important.
I don't know why you would say shells to a child. I don't think a child has a real conception of a bullet versus bullet shells.
I don't know what those are. They're lights. The fire guy
Uh-oh.
asked us to put the fire out.
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Someone lives on the island?
No. Yes.
Let's go with yes.
Why is he the fire guy?
Because he asks to put the fire out.
Why?
I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go.
Oh.
Yes.
Lights?
I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes.
How old is he? Does he live there?
No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times.
One of them will tell you the truth, the other will tell you lies.
He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else? What does this guy look like?
I don't know.
I need to read a fanfic about Kim and Harry having a child and navigating.
We ran. He just yelled. We shouldn't be there.
I don't know if I should mention this. Your dad who is dead.
Our father killed himself.
Oh, that's so sad.
He didn't say that. He didn't.
Oh.
A dull pain flashes through your mind.
I don't know what to say. I think the twin who's lying is genuinely confused. I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to make a decision here.
I'm sorry.
Aww. Is that all you know? Is there anything else?
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
That sounds good. The twin is lying, genuinely confused. Yeah. Woo! Kids' brains aren't meant to absorb this kind of thing. I'd be surprised if there isn't a billion fics with Kim and Harry having a kid. I mean, there's definitely a billion fics of them, like, having relations, but of them having a kid, I think that that's probably a, well, I don't really investigate very soft, like, stories too much. Child, what are you up to?
mister, what were you doing in my fireplace?
What was I doing in your fireplace? Why was I in your fireplace? Why are you asking me this? Was I in your fireplace? There was a phasmid in it?
Oh. Okay. Bye!
I don't remember being in her fireplace. I'm not sure why she asked me that. Maybe it's a glitch. To the island. Should I talk to these freaks? Hey, how you doing? I got shot.
Man,
bleeding now. Reality's really messed you up.
Thanks. Be seeing ya. I don't want to hear any of your stories. What about you? Abigail.
Don't call her.
Hello?
There's no waking him from his stupor. His mind is elsewhere.
It's been a week. What about the other guy? I don't talk to him much.
The legend, he's back. And thirsty, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spice things up.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Doctors are idiots, buddy boy. That is mostly false. Doctors can be interesting sometimes. Doctors can be very full of themselves. I say doctors, I'm talking mostly about medical students. Can I take your boat? Where's your boat? Oh, it's over here. What a lovely boat you have. Kim, let's snuggle up.
A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it.
Oh.
One pull of the starter handle, and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now?
Oh, you're saying that with a tone of finality. This is like the Tribune.
Have you made all the necessary
Ah!
preparations? Closed all your accounts? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank.
Oh.
Going back and forth on this.
I'm not ready yet. One thing I want to do is the church. Because I was waiting for the thing to thaw. I think is what was happening. Oh, there's so many things. My fast travel is working again. Let's see. I don't want to use my fast travel. Not yet. Let's go to the fridge. Do I have a point that I... Ooh, I have a point that I can level up. Okay, let me go to the fridge to see if I can get the reels. I think that that was where I was when it came to this church quest thing. But I don't know if there's any point to doing it right now. Ah! Let's go, let's go, let's go. Go, go, Harry, go. So in terms of learning French, I've gotten to the point where I can read most things and understand them. I can hear some conversation and understand it, and I'm still incredibly hesitant when it comes to speaking French. But I have to practice. I have to practice. Practicing is so hard, and there's so many other things that I'm doing right now. Why am I here? Oh, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be somewhere else. Of course. I got distracted. I saw the French and I was like, ah, rambles. Let's go in here. I can't see shit. That's fine. You. Are you thawed?
This orange machine is dead still. You slip your fingers under.
Didn't Solna give you...
Yes, I have the Caval. Yeah. Equip the multi-tool. Equip. It is equipped.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
Alright, let's make this work. Let it be beautiful. Oh my god, really? I thought that it would thaw after a little while. Alright, gamble 50-50. Wait, what? What? Please? 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 Better grip with gloves. I couldn't select it for some reason.
Turning the is all gone now. You'll never become a poet.
Motherfucker!
But your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shuts as tightly as before, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up.
Bruh. Alright. Well. I tried, I don't have enough experience points to do that again. Unfortunate. Where am I going? I don't want to be here. Let's go over here. Limp. Limp. Limp faster. So it sounds like going to the island is endgame. Let's see. It seems like the decisive events that sort of happen are the encounter with Ruby, the tribunal, and now going to the island. Because all three of these have been like, are you ready? Are you really sure you want to go through with this? Have you done everything you want to? Have you done everything that you need to? Because there's no turning back.
The skiff floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Once you get in, that's it. Have you made... Remember what the net picker said? It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What?
What? How else do we blast Sad FM on our way to the island?
Fine. Let's blast SAD-FM then.
Let's go. This may be endgame. One ending at least. Oh my god. Well, it's not a boombox, but... Okay, Harry. Hmm.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance.
Hmm.
Let's go.
I can't believe my subtitles are still glitched. That was a nice song. Very contemplative. Where's the change trails off into the ocean?
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
This leads to the depot in Land's End.
Ah, yes. So it seems. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
From whom?
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
Interesting. Makeshift bridge bombs are powerful enough to break the foundation. Let's explore the outskirts before going up the stairs. These tires are falling apart. They're at least 50 years old. I think I need to replace my tires. Can I go any further? No? Is this an invisible wall? Yes, it is an invisible wall. Okay, excellent. He said we're going to borrow the boat for 2 days. Attention, inflammable. Inflammable? Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel, black viscous. Lingering trace of mazout in the air. How big could this island be?
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea.
Flutter.
The flock of quail departs. Now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105. On the islet, there is almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other. The great ghost of the air is holding its breath.
To the west.
A silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree.
East.
The faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand. The low tide filtered through its grains. A bird tending to its feathers.
Ahead.
A low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building.
I like this gentle piano melody. Do, 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 do. Trying to think of what instrument that is. It feels too gentle for a piano. Beyond that, further north.
Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very little there. The air cossets flowers on a meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless. A jitter. A sound impatient to happen, but not yet in this world. You hear some kind of limb fidget, producing an imperceptible tick. No, it's just your imagination. You can't hear such things.
Kim,
Yes?
have you noticed how quiet it is?
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
I have to listen to one more thing.
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Huh? Wait, what? 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 Oh, I've glitched the game again. Oh, there we go. Now I know that I can zoom, and I can zoom out. Zoom in a little bit. The barrel says ICM. You see a star with little specks in it. What's that over there? No way to get up there, the stairs are gone. What's with this door? Ooh. Ooh. Very steampunk of you. This was once an armament rest. Wait. Was the gun like is this where gun? Is this where gun? No, I didn't want to talk to you, Kim. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. Dishes stained with sauce and fire, a survivor's kitchen. Candles planted on a broken rangefinder. Moth-bitten bed sheet, keep the wind out.
Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They are not particularly well organized. Most are soft covers, serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic Animal Adventures, among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp. Light erotica, an international thriller about circuit benders.
Interesting.
Someone's made themselves a home.
3%. All things communist. Does anything stand out as unusual? Well, I don't have enough conceptualization to figure this out. Is this a red check? No, it's a white check.
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead bored. Most of it is for entertainment purposes. Fittingly right next to the radiola on the floor. Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say.
Alright, work on my conceptualization. Well, I think I have a skill point, but I don't think it'll improve my conceptualization much. I kind of just want to put... No, I can't go back to the island. Or, yeah, this is endgame. I don't know if it would do much for me to put it into conceptualization, though. My conceptualization bad. Okay. What's this? Oh, new clothes? At this point? Whoa. Army surplus. Give me the empathy. So much empathy boost. Oh, I think I meant to put on... I'm a fool, because I have something for physical instrument in terms of my clothing, but I don't think I was wearing it at the time. Oh well.
There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracol blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
I mean, in this housing market, it's a pretty good dig. How recently?
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead.
Oh. No time to rest now, but thanks?
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
Thanks.
You don't have to be a hero.
Why do I need rest? Why does everyone want me to rest? Hey, 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 hey. It's me. It's me on that wall. I think it's, Karamazov? Why am I thinking of Karamazov? That is, Tolstoy, not fucking the communist leader in this game. I don't remember. Ooh, what's this? Money and drugs. Amazing. These it broke like 3 streams in and has continued to be broken.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
What's on the other side?
Another part of the island, probably. The lock looks like it could still be usable.
How do we open?
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
We open the big one. Do you see the controls anywhere? I find us not opening it highly unlikely.
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Alright. Let's go. Wahoo! Wow! Wow! What's over here? Oh, I can't go any further. Oh, I can go underneath. I didn't realize that. See, the perspective in this game is a beautiful painting, but I would not have known that I can go under here.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard.
Aluminium.
The keys
Oh god!
teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
So there's a mouse in my house. I don't know where it is, but it is skittering. It is skittering across the floor. Why is it so brave? It's in the kitchen somewhere. This is fine. This is fine. What is this then?
The console of an antique computation device. There was a generator upstairs with wires coming out. They terminate here.
Blast door.
Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radiodiffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
Emergency. Open.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. There was a generator that you missed. It didn't look like there was fuel in it.
Kim, please call me Harry.
We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
The boat engine.
Ah. Oh, I also have the fuel. Yeah, I've been carrying around a fuel canister this entire time, of course.
There's barely anything left. That won't work.
Feeling that we could get the boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland. Let's just look around, okay?
The consul stands by, mutely. Urgence, ouvert, reads a dial key. Allumé reads another.
I'm not going to press any buttons. Blast. Hatch. Drugs? So many drugs on this island. Fire and silt you can't see inside. Island big. Must have been a direct hit to take such a huge chunk. Distant sound of cargo ships, signal horns echo on the water. Ooh. Ice cracks in your feet. Be careful not to fall through. Bad end. There's that lovely piano tune again. It's a really good melody. A winch. The winch is broken. Rust has eaten what remains of the chain.
A strange feeling looking at the water. should just wander off into the sea, leave it all, and walk in.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you, smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal. Maybe you know it's going to hurt.
It's cold.
Yes, cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
No, thank you.
Yes, 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 yes. No, we're not starting with that. Not now. Not this time. This thought is over. In the still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
Sometimes the thoughts in my brains are not useful. Let's see. Huh? The pain in your pelvis makes you wince, then you continue. It's been a hard day for Harry. The inside of the fortress, you make out the console and the blast door. So we're looking for fuel right now. Depot that supplied this chain is long gone from the coast. Hey, that looks like a fuel canister. Beautiful. Weathered artillery map showing coordinates in the Bay of Revachol. An old medicine cabinet newly stocked with druamine. Give me the drugs. Drugs. Ah.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns. And an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Gross.
The silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Moteri.
Tio Maturi, like the ones we found in Land's End.
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. This means the same person could have visited both locations.
Oh, so the cigarette butts that were near the guy that was drunk and had fallen through the boardwalk?
I didn't see any signs of smoking inside, though. If people live there, they keep it tidy. This here may also be a smoking spot.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain.
Look through the hole.
The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting, 1 kilometer across the water. The ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33A and 33B.
And on the right.
The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Gislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And then in between...
The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
That's a crazy shot. Motherfucker.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that.
With a pair of binoculars, I could see inside the room.
A pair of binoculars? Or a scope of a rifle? You'd be prone, lying on a mattress, barrel resting on the embrasure.
Cheek against the cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Kim, I could make it. I can make the shot.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest.
Finally.
In our defense, nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere.
6 people are dead. We could have prevented it. I don't really want. I put the guilt on you. Yes, I put the guilt on you. It's on me too.
Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
Fair.
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it.
Could the shooter still be here?
Where?
On the island?
He does not answer, just nods. With his back hunched, he looks around once more and says he feels uncomfortable suddenly.
We should move now.
Okay. It points at myself. I'm the killer. I did it. Which is a possibility. I have amnesia. But then again, I was sent here to investigate the crime. You feel your eyes on your back. Someone's watching, but you can't say where. Fuck. We're going to die. We have the fuel canister, so we should be able to put the generator on. This does feel like endgame. Water rushes below, far down below. The console.
The console is powered off and covered in dust. Urgence au vert.
But I want to put fuel in. Where do I put the fuel in? This is, that's the exit. Where do I, oh, there, I think. Up here? This is the generator? This is the generator that I put the fuel in?
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall to your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
Oh no, I see the mouse. I see you. Why do I see you? What are you doing there? No. You bastard. And he's in my stove. Great. Another one. Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna be right back. One momento. Turn my audio off. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. Bruh. They're so bold. They're so bold. I'm getting chills thinking about you fighting Mice Corb. I looked out and he was trying to... So there's some hole in my like kitchen counter that allows them to move into my stove. And my stove's an old coil stove, so you can move the lid up and clean underneath, which is what I did as soon as I discovered that I could do that. But in any case, yeah, just a creature. And what sucks is that I'm like, I like mice in concept, but then they shit all over my counter. They carry diseases, and I'm like, well, maybe I don't like mice as much. I would love them if they were my pet, but currently I'm over my forgiveness of a mouse. So I've set a trap. We'll see if he falls for it, and hopefully I have 3 traps set up currently. One at the front of my house, and then one at the back, and now one on the counter. Now that I've seen it, it's on the counter again. But we'll see how brave it is. The last one was really brave, just a creature. I have a deathly fear of them now. It's mostly just like the scurrying. They're fine, but they are wild creatures in the house.
That should do it.
Where do the wires lead?
Downstairs into the console, then from there into the room's electronics.
All things considered, I really love my current living place. Friend says you should do both sticky and metal traps. See, I don't like the sticky traps because those are incredibly cruel. If I'm killing mice, I want them to die instantly. The sticky traps are really fucked up because they get trapped and then they freak out and they try to chew off their own limbs. Can't deal with that. I want them to die a swift death. Ideally, I would like to get a live trap and do that, but I've never found them to be effective. Even Moose was like, Moose also had a mouse problem, and she had, what's a brand of trap called? Essentially, they're live traps where you put food in them, and then the mice can get in, but they can't get out. And she was using that for a little bit, but found that none of them were going into them, and eventually was losing enough sleep that she was like, okay, I need to get... I had no idea that sticky traps led them to do that. Yeah, no, they get... Because the whole point of it is that it's an incredibly strong adhesive. They get stuck on the adhesive, and then they starve. They panic. They can't move. They try to escape desperately. They try to chew their limbs off to get their escape, but... yeah, no, it's incredibly cruel. They're incredibly effective at killing or at capturing a lot of mice at once because, like, the mice will just walk over them. But yeah, no, they're one of the like cruelest things that you can do. And I have a little bit of a heart. Tap on the side.
The tank is far from full, but there should be enough inside to keep it going for a day.
Keep it going for a day. A day? Let's go see what this is all about. Anyways, that's my mouse ramble. It's fall. It's cold outside, and they want to get in, and there's food inside.
A dim golden glow animates the console. Faint, like a ghost light.
It's on.
Automatic boot.
The one good thing is that this one actually seems to be kind of cautious. The one that I saw, the one that was in my house a couple of days ago, really brave, like unusually brave. This one immediately runs away at the sound of my voice, but the one the other day was happy to just run around my stove even while I was standing 3 feet away and speaking as it was jauntily going around. Emergency, open.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A
Big door.
A sudden wave of anxiety makes your skin crawl.
After you.
Before, outside, when we were walking across the sand, I felt someone watching me.
So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here.
Where's what's over there?
I don't know.
A thin wisp of smoke rises from a charred black fire pit. The wind picks up, then dies down again.
I'm scared.
Don't be. I have a gun.
I also have a gun.
Harry, this reminds you. You're out of bullets.
I don't have a gun. My gun's out of bullets.
Then it's extra good that mine is not.
Well, let's go then. But what about the radio option?
Golden glow.
Light.
The lighting
Ooh.
turns on with a sizzle, a dim ambient orange.
Radio.
The dial slides under the dusty glass, dark and silent, despite the power being on. You make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words "failed insula" are written on the band.
Insular. This is an off-air radio computer, I believe, used for military communications.
Interesting. Let's go. Should I arm my gun? I'm carrying the multi-tool. Maybe I should have my gun on me. Baton? Wait, that's a pen. Never mind. Rifle? These are not tools. These are tools. I have 2 guns. That's my gun. This is another gun. My sword will be useful, I guess. Sword, gun. Sword, gun. Go. Is this where we go to die? Huh? Small white flowers blossom all around you. It's raining. Rubber dinghy, deflated and broken. Hello? That's a man. That's a whole man right there. That's a guy. That's a dude. That's a person. With a gun. And a beard, it looks like. Hey, how you doing?
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth.
Nasty.
Then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours.
How you doing?
Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you tell kids about the fire?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Eyesight looks good.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
A shudder of disgust passes his right side. His left side remains motionless.
Did you close the blast door?
I did.
I fueled the generator.
I should have burned that concert down.
What's up?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Ah.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
It was sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie.
This man seems interesting.
The fascists were right about rock and roll.
Uh-oh.
It is degenerate. Hip gyrating mental illness music.
Ooh, your brain is cooked. Nice gun.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
Belmagrave?
It's a Triangong 446.
A Samaran rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Signal commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
Signal commune?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the ball.
Your weapon has stayed true to you. Mine has stayed true to me too. I don't know if I should say this, but...
Yes. I bet you've killed a lot of people with
Ow.
You fascist fuck. Have you come to make me one of them?
No.
His right eye twitches. With what? Fear? Rage?
We have come to ask you questions. Nothing more. If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
Haktu.
The danger levels here are hard to read. One moment he's afire, the next, a fire gone out.
I need you to put the gun down so we can talk further. I'm with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move. Sorry for disturbing you. Bye-bye. Okay, I have to make a decision. I feel like... this will trigger him. I'm gonna be placating. You can keep the gun, but keep it down.
No.
Oh, well. Okay, Kim. Alright, well, I see what you...
Down now, sir.
Okay.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
Well, that's good.
Like an amputated limb in the sand.
I'll pick it up.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stopped and patched in places with tape and wire. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Signal.
Trigon.
Worn. Personalized even. Looks like this weapon has seen a lot of use, hasn't it, sir?
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small bout of wind.
Jacketed ammunition.
Jacketed. Military-grade ammunition. Stable in flight. Good for hitting something that's very, very far away.
As he speaks, he stresses every word. He's liking this.
Damn, Kim. Your cop is showing.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession in time.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM? You're a holdover from the...
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in '07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands too. I was in Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was on E48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
You deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Uh-huh.
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
We all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away. I mean, that's true.
He does not seemingly react to what you said. Only his right brow moves a little. He does not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
Yeah, that's fair.
And this was when?
May the 13th, 08, 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky, and it looked like it formed the clouds, storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic.
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
A terrible shame, still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
You didn't go to the map room.
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers there, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the routers whirring. Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too. Shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
What?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed.
Hmm.
And then you see it as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know that the bourgeois are not human.
I've suspected the same. I would also say that they are human, because as soon as you dehumanize anything, you make it so that you can't... how do I phrase this? Once you dehumanize human actions, it becomes very easy to say, like, oh, it becomes an othering effect, when truly anyone is capable of doing something like this. Technically anyone can become bourgeois if they come into money, but I guess there is more of a distinction here. I've suspected the same.
Now is not the time, Lieutenant Yefreto.
Thank you for keeping me reeled in, Kim.
I had to fight it. I could not stop anymore.
I'm still looking for my communist underground. You've been hiding here for 43 years?
43 years and 10 months.
Steadfast.
It's not how a human being should live.
True.
But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
He just couldn't.
Corb gets cancelled? No, why am I getting cancelled? For saying that the bourgeois are human, but that humans are inherently flawed and capable of terrible atrocity? Why would I get cancelled for my correct opinion?
He nods. But he can now.
That all humanity is susceptible to the crime of capital?
What have you been doing during all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Gislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects giant letters across the plaza mosaic in dark red government-marked heavy fuel oil. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smelling of petroleum. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Uh-huh.
Always waiting.
For what?
For her to return.
Oh.
Her who?
Girl, child.
Girl.
Revolution.
I hear the creature. It's moving. It's making noise. But where is it making noise? Girl, child, revolution?
Always.
She's better come. I too have given my life to Mazovian socioeconomics. I dare not dream anymore. Nothing in history is guaranteed. She better come.
A waste. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind and themselves. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
What has he done? Perhaps a confession would lighten the load.
What have you done?
Yes, what? To get things going again? Fan the flame?
You're being a little inflammatory, Kim. I think that I should be the lead investigator on this.
There is no flame to fan.
What is this place?
It's not an island, Dwight. It's a
Dwight.
defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access
Oh,
to
the
Bay of
exposition.
Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted it with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the landing retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Operation Deathblow. They called it Deathblow. They called it the same thing? I'm not one of them. Well, let's see. Who speaks like that? I'm losing track of the plot. Coalition military? I don't know what the answer is. I'm a little confused.
Iblis.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
Ow. How have you survived?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
What do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
I think you're dying.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
We have Dramamine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain. It's a serious situation. Yeah, we do have painkillers. Can I give them? Can I give him drugs?
I have been running out of that stuff.
Can I give him drugs? So far, the only person I've given drugs to is a child. This is a serious situation.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
How have you coped mentally?
I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of... I don't even know what. Inferno?
I also live in hell. I also have holes in my brain.
No wonder. All your minds are rotting from the radio waves. I watched the traitors of this city turn the lights back on. More and more each year. Ruins glittering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round.
We all just trying to survive, my dude.
It's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How have you conceived yourself all these years?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
I feel like there's so much world building that I kind of skipped out on because as much as the world, like, this world building is beautiful, but I lose the plot sometimes. How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy.
Dinghy.
I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
Hmm.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. I just...
Why, don't you walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
I think I said this before, but I wish Disco Elysium was a book. I feel like I would have been able to digest it better in general if that was the case, to be honest. Yeah, there's a lot that you can skip out on depending on what your interests are, and my interests are not really in the world building just because they're so exposition based. So I just tend to naturally avoid it. The weapon cache under Gislaine 22B in the basement. Have you been there?
So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right?
They were damaged beyond use.
I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights, ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
There's a small bunker under the Feld building. Have you stayed there?
The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Okay.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys.
Unfortunate.
A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground.
Do you smoke Mutuli cigarettes?
I do.
Ever smoke them over there?
They're good. Plenty of tar. I like that boy on the pack, too. Reminds me of the last century.
Another thing.
The old man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
This is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM.
Yes.
The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
Yes. That's right, we're with the good guys. Oh, God. We enforce the law, we keep these animals from killing each other. I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit. We're here with the art. Oh, goodness. I don't know what to say. Kim would judge me if I said this. I don't like that he says animals in this line. This is the closest to what I would say because it's the most objective of enforcing the law, which, you know, is built by people who are awful. Hello? What the fuck are you doing, sir? He's shuffling. He's doing something over there. Where are you going? It's like I'm talking to a cat, but it's not a cat. It's a wild animal in my house. We're with the good guys. We're with the RCM. Let's leave it at that.
Let's. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, the Parti Communiste d'Arcelone. take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
Oof.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
So you're a communist soldier from a communist army?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
You were trained and assigned to the Defense Corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
What do you do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideology of the commune.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
You're a trained communist.
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
I'm a communist.
No, you're not. You're a liberast.
A liberast.
A liberal and a pederast. It's what most liberals are.
I don't know what pederast means. I'm a communist.
Detective, we have not come here to discuss ideology.
Thanks, Kim.
We have come to ask questions regarding a murder investigation.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more. A jitter passes his lower body. There's definitely something off with his body. Something more than just metabolism.
I have another serious question.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Oh. What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Here we go. A trail of blood. The lieutenant smells it too.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
Both?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
True.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Everybody's getting their opinions in and they're all conflicting. So you're saying you killed people after active fighting stopped. Did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor colonel? I know you want to tell me. Have you killed anyone with the gun in the last week or two? Which one do I say?
Nothing comes to you.
Oh.
Silence. His black eyes look at you.
I didn't mean to say that. I didn't mean to not say any of them.
In them, a chill, like electricity running up your spine, crawling into your skull.
I wanted to see if that would give me a little bit of advice more. What?
All is not as it seems.
Oh.
Detective.
Going straight, no euphemisms. Be careful, slow and steady. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. He wants to tell you. Did you use the gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor colonel? I don't know if this is too specific. I don't know who to believe. I don't know what to say. This feels important. Did you use the gun?
The who now?
Ah, fuck.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
The corpse in ceramic armor hanging behind the whirling rags. Did you shoot him? Fastest death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th. His name was Laley. He is part of the security detail here in Martinez. Beautiful strong man. You know who I mean. The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth the night of March 4th. I'm gonna say this one.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
I'm gonna take 1 second to check on my mouse situation. I'll be right back. I hear it shuffling around, and I'm like, why is he shuffling? What is he plotting? What is he planning? So give me just 1 moment. Okay, I returned. There, you check on a mouse, it hides, so nothing really happened. Whoa. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? Extract a confession. We've done the ballistics. The shot came from this island. What am I forgetting? Let's back off for a moment. Let's start with the gun.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals.
Prance?
You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Those boys killed.
Hey.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
We saved a lot of them. Stop changing the subject, we have the murder weapon.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it?
You think we have the murder weapon? I'm calling it we have the murder weapon. You think we have the murder weapon?
4.46 jacketed ammunition, modified for range. We have it. This is it.
Okay, I guess so.
Good.
Man, Ruby really did not have to die.
This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up like this, when you have the murder weapon.
Murder.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
We've done ballistics. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You have been here a long time, Mr. Jones. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to die. I've done my part.
He's practically admitting to it. Dead fascists for fascists. Done his part.
You said fascies. You're admitting you killed him. It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into the window in all of Martinez. What did he say? You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. You didn't really confess. It's the best uninterrupted line of sight.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Was it the side of your head? Sure.
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried Maybells on Clausia's roof.
Oh yeah!
There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war. Nowhere else, nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them this spring.
Maybells.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers anywhere else in Martinez, only here.
They blossom on the islets before. We fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May, before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
A young woman called Claudia rang any bells. These dried flowers were behind her window.
Claudia.
She was intimate.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble, looks like a smile, a crooked smile, yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer, armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer, dripping with blood.
He was a rapist. He was a killer. He was a soldier. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner.
Maybe you should have.
Got your attention. Now you stop eating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. both of them, him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase, and I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
Fucked up, then what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing tomorrow?
Yes.
And you were looking at them, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing the ground.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
Yeah, why were you looking at them? You freak?
I'm always looking.
I didn't expect the culprit to be like this, to be honest. Yeah.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
Helps him see all the shit.
And if you don't like it?
Click.
If it's part of the shit you see?
Then you pull the trigger?
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
We've got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift. Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to ramble.
When did you first see the deceased?
3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came in on her galley. Her honor guard came in tow.
Joyce. He means Joyce.
Wrinkled up whore.
Or, good strong word. I use it often myself. I may be interpreting this game totally wrong, but I'm sure Disco Elysium is condoning tankies, at least the tankies that are obsessed like this. I don't know if it's condoning them. Because there's been pretty broad representation of a lot of ideologies in this game. So it's not really condoning. Unless you make selections that do condone it. What is it with these whores? Wait. Whores and pederasts, aren't you a communist?
Lack sexual morals are a bourgeois ploy.
What is the opposite of condoning?
The party legalized it in 04. My party, not your liberal masters.
I know the word for the opposite of it, but criticizing? Critiquing, I guess, would be the opposite of condone. Condemn. To condemn... Okay. I kind of understand. I don't know if you mean condemning tankies. But... yeah, it's the idea that, like, the critique is there. Because there's definitely people that would be sympathetic to this.
So don't you sermonize me, you racist shithole. It's still bourgeois, and the bourgeois does it. Fiddling with their sexual organs.
And anger, too. In addition to loneliness.
Moving on.
They moved into a deserted apartment above the roundabout. Radio equipment out for all to see. Reactionary radio playing. Sloppy and drunk. I've seen their kind during the landing. The Those Occidental and Mesk phalangs weren't conscripts. Boys like us. They were whites. All they know is to destroy and hurt.
Whites?
Barely alive. They like to kill while they're on their drugs. After the landing, in the burning years, I would take shots at them. End them. The worst ones, if I had a bullet to spare.
I feel like this guy in particular is pretty tanky-ish. He seems to be presented in the wrong somewhat. I feel like the contempt specifically racist. Yes, of course. There is something very much about him that is like... You need to have a good balance between fighting for a cause, but also understanding the humanity behind a lot of actions. And he has gone full... like devoted to the cause, not seeing the humans, not seeing the kind of like he believes that everyone on the island is a piece of shit for going on and living their life when that's just, you know, getting close to fascism as well.
I could see they've returned now to show their real face. The face they don't dare show their bourgeois voters back on Mundi with their families and polyester clothes.
Assess his body language. What specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
Okay, were you jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
Fucked up.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second. Writhing.
Sir, you said your line incorrectly. You said I wanted to see his head explode instead of I wanted her to see his head explode. Very different meaning.
That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
This man has seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to see her covered in blood. To punish her.
You had feelings for that woman? No. How long have you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
Past the Fell building on a ghost? What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut. After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it? When we found the submersible, it was empty.
No. Why would I do that? I didn't need tickets to Villiers. I put them back. If I wanted to extort someone, I'd do better.
Oh, we never solved that mystery, did we?
This implies that he's thought about extorting her. Also, a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
That's not her real name, Logic. You should be more logical than this. That should be a failure of your logic. We checked the submersible, nothing was there. You saw her name in the passport. Yeah, because that's not her name. Are you sure?
Why would I need that trash? I'm not going to Villiers.
Sir? Get off the counter. The mouse. He's in my stove again. He was on the ground before, and now he's in my stove again. Bruh. Sir, no, stop that. He's not running immediately at the sound of my voice anymore, which, you know, that's probably not a good thing. Corb, he's not your pet. You can't talk to him. He got off my stove when I told him to get off. So evidently I can talk to him. But my next order is for him to die. Please. I have a delicious snack of peanut butter and a trap that you can go into. I'm surprised you're not more terrified too. It's just a mouse. That is kind of funny, because I told one of my, someone else that I volunteer with about my mouse situation, and she was immediately terrified, and I'm like, no, it's just a dude. He's just a dude in my house trying to eat my food. But he does shit all over my counter, so I do not want him in here anymore. As long as he stays in the kitchen, it's fine. As soon as he goes towards the bedroom, then I'm gonna be like, well, there's nothing that I can do about this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. The scritching sounds and everything gives me so much anxiety. Yeah, I can't sleep when I know that they're around and when I hear them in the kitchen, which is why I set the traps, but when it comes to actually seeing, well, it's always just one. So thankfully it's not like an infestation, but one is enough for me to lose my mind a little bit. I only live in a studio, so it's not enough space for me and a freeloader.
A strange confusion comes over him from time to time. Some kind of aberration of the nervous system.
I'm gonna say this even though I know that it's just not her real name.
You didn't say class you're in there.
What was her name?
It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I only remember her face on the photo.
Anyways.
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and lean, bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachals, the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
You could tell she was a spook from the documents?
Huh?
She had different color hair on the photo and glasses. Forged. Some sordid bourgeois affair. I heard about this kind of thing on the radio.
He's setting it up for you.
How do you say all this?
I'm not blind, am I?
Did you get close enough? I told a friend you were talking to the mouse and he said ratatouille root. I mean, I certainly hope not. Also, ratatouille, Remy was a rat. It's not a mouse. Doesn't make much of a difference. How did you get close to see the bruises?
I have my ways.
What ways?
Not in this lifetime.
Hey.
On her. This one's gone. Make up somehow. Connect something else. Fast. You lost it. You're
Hey! 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 Stop putting me down! One little thing I missed and I'm drowning in anxiety. I don't need to be perfect.
No, it's not. Fix this now. Move on extra carefully. Be incredibly minute.
You wanted to kill her, so you killed... Wait, should I...
I have my ways. Her.
A little pain there. A prick.
You wanted to punish her.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
Wiley stands here and rots.
Oh god, oh god. All these answers. Men are insane. You saw through her. So did I. I think that's the least sexist thing that I can say to this.
You're delusional.
Whoops.
There's nothing to see in the soul of the bourgeois woman. It's the same as the surface. Sick hedonism and desperation.
I hate women too, you know? Men are insane. I'm gonna say this just to see what he says.
True.
Uh-oh.
There's something bourgeois about women. The weak are more vulnerable to exploitation by capital, unless they rise up in arms, which the likes of her,
Oh.
twisted by psychopharmaceuticals, alcohol, and the class interests of the bourgeoisie, they all are women nowadays.
Damn, dude. I don't know if I should say you had feelings for that woman. I don't think that this is a good thing to say.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
Huh? What?
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others?
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
Is that why you left flowers behind her window?
No.
Why?
I don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of her room on the floor, like she does sometimes. The day after I killed him.
You brought her Maybells.
Yes. I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
To console.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you.
A sudden pang of rage.
If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
I believe it.
In the silence, the lieutenant draws a line in his notes. One more down.
So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Sexism made you kill somebody.
That's it. Motive. We have it.
Damn.
Where is she, that Classier? I haven't seen her there for days.
We arrested her. She got away. She let us here first. She figured out someone was watching her from the seafort. I don't know if I should say that much. This seems like information that he doesn't need to know. But she led us to you. I guess it would be a hit in his... what's the word? I don't know. She led us to you.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft. On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south. Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible, if she didn't squint her eyes. There, on a dilapidated jetty, in a nameless village, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. The ruins of a seafort stick out of the water, built by Philippe II, reappropriated by the Commune, then lost in the landing.
Huh?
He's there, doing what exactly, I don't know. Satellite Officer Vicmair points at the ruins. Behind that anti-aircraft something. That's why we can't see him. Special Consultant Heidelstam is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. Where? His voice trails off as the 3 walk down the jetty. As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification like a rotten tooth rising out of the water. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? You could get more out of him. He likes talking.
There's going to be a full hour of footage that's just this setting.
Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Been looking at anything else that you haven't liked? I could... I do want to assess his body for health. Can I do this? I would like to do this. Please, can I level up composure? Do I have... I can't level up composure anymore. My composure is too good. And I can't change my clothes mid-conversation. Alright. 50-50. I've been unlucky today. Am I still unlucky?
For a
Shit.
60-year-old man with stomach trouble who spent his entire life he seems surprisingly fit.
That's it?
He's prone to erratic hand gestures.
Shit.
And clearly malnourished. But that's it. You can see no more by looking at his slouched frame. The moment passes, and you say,
Anything else?
A tragic comedy. Drug, prostitutes, rentiers.
a strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Anything more?
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals. Like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
That all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too.
Oh, Renee, he's dead.
Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex, with their own children.
Gross.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children.
Ah!
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
I have some questions about this.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until, in the 30s, those disco whores.
I'm a disco whore.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter.
Sir, this is a Wendy's? Yeah. You mentioned the Union as Social Democrat and Mr. Clare a farce of a Social Democrat?
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy.
Uh-oh.
The true enemy of the proletariat, placating the masses.
Oh, your brain is cooked.
Disappointment, so personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
I mean, for sure, Everard is, fucked up.
That deformed toad, I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation, the smart one.
Everard doesn't run the Union? Are you talking about Hardy?
That mobster toad couldn't run a shit out.
Oh.
He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, that's been to one of those East Revachol universities. He talks a big game about uprising and alienation and so on.
He's been sweet-talked by this Edgar. They must have met in person for such animosity to have developed.
Oh. We're not the first person you met from the city, are we?
You can't live alone.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time. Nothing happens in Martinez without them knowing.
True.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
True.
Don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust everything else first. Soften him up.
Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I've hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
How did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
What'd you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzoff. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzoff. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
And he just let you be?
Let me be here. The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Did you kill the Krenel mercenary for the Clares?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Again? What have you done for Edgar before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
Okay, he didn't do the hang the man for them, but he's insinuating something.
Disco whores. I guess I'll ask about Renee. This is a red check, can't be retried. I'm worried that this might, like, bring down my correspondence. Fuck it, red check. Logic, I did not go for brains this round.
The connection
Ooh!
like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
20 years ago, when you met Eder, the Clares didn't run the Unionet, did they?
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dark bend.
Let's go!
That bourgeois cow, Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation and money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
Bordering on sentimentality, it drips out of him, tempered by something familiar to you. A familiar rage.
She was also a woman, wasn't she? I mean, that's kind of obvious.
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muskova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work.
And then she disappeared.
Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
Did she? They say her daughter called in, not her personally. But that wasn't really her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not.
Edgar had someone make the call. Is that right, Mr. Dwell?
She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is, the bend in the river.
Wha!
Because she was dead.
Wha!
Because the cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal, grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled. Hard to say. It was a sloppy job on a moving target. She was going home, waddling, dressed in yellow, drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal, heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her and the ruins.
You shot her?
Someone shot her. Or maybe the cow just fell. My memory is full of holes. All I know is...
Another big spike of rage. Different from the one he has for her.
Nothing changed. Not in the material base. Not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled. Sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Edgar didn't keep his part of the deal. If you were to testify to this, give the RCM something on Edgar, you could walk. We would strike everything you've done and process you as a POW. You were in a war. You were on assignment. We could even extradite you to the Samaran People's Republic.
I don't know if he'll go for this. He seems pretty dead set on dying.
A degenerate worker state. Go shit. No, thank you. I'm Revacholian. My days are short. I will rot away here, in a moral intern cell. I will not testify to anything.
But you did do it. Okay, that's it, but I know. You did do it.
I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
The same old freezing hatred. There is plenty here to work with once he's in custody, and the lieutenant knows it. He gives you a little nod to proceed.
I don't want to ask about Renee. I'm glad we talked now.
Glad? It's all gone.
I don't understand how he's against the workers' state at all. Yeah, there's a lot of contradictions in his brain's full of holes. You heard him. I want to hear about his health, but I don't have composure posts. Can I take points out? Yosef Dross, you're under arrest for the murder of the colonel here in Martinez.
What?
What?
But you said I would be taken to the...
Huh? Wait, what?
The sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand?
Uh-oh, this is gonna go poorly. Uh-oh.
Do you understand?
Uh-oh. He's afraid. Oh, but am I a cop or am I sympathetic? Do you understand?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
First say, does it have room for 3? But the hearing, does it have room for 3? I can perception. I can't upgrade perception? Uh-oh. I might die. Does it have room for 3?
Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here,
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
Who watches him there while I come back for you?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
Maybe we could ask the netpicker to watch him. No, this is not something to suggest, please. It's a 50-50 shot. Shit. No. Ah. I think someone's gonna shoot him. What if someone shoots him? Oh. Fuck it. Yes!
To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast, the reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it, something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Shush.
What?
What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Your skin crawls.
Huh? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? What? No. Not the cryptid. No.
A tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
Blink. Blink.
It's still there, an unfolding mechanism of reed-like chitin, hovering in
Ah!
What are you talking about?
I don't know what the hell that is.
There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters
Oh
tall.
my god.
It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
My gun hand rises. I've gone insane.
You feel the lieutenant's hand on your back, and then you hear him say 4 words.
Are they gonna be I see it too?
I can see it.
Hey, close enough.
Thank God. was really there, spinning slowly.
Huh.
Absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
No.
Be very, very careful.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
Fuck off.
No. When the blood and flesh call, there is no discarding them. Speak true. Do you like the hard stuff?
What is the hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
No! What is fascism?
Many things, but it's mostly about trusting your gut. Who does your gut tell you is the source of Revachot's problems?
Why is fascism coming to mind? I thought you were my circulatory system.
Quit stalling, Bruta. We're talking about the weakest, worst, most insane thing. The weak link.
Financiers.
Yes, them. But all Wur
Huh?
men. Men of Wur. You don't like them. They're insane. Their idiocy needs to be scrubbed off this
Ooh.
with rubbing alcohol. Woo men need to go back to the fucking kitchen.
Where did this come from?
That's what fascism boils down to.
Please,
The rest is
I've made up my mind.
going to keep your vooz, right? Keep your vooz, Brota.
Be gone.
There's a slow pain. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Leave me alone. Wait, oh, there he is. Ah!
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something that's not there.
But why?
Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before.
Ooh.
It says something else in a lower pitch.
I do want to go to bed soon. I didn't think that this would last. What the fuck? I'm gonna approach carefully. This is a pretty high roll.
Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow, soaking your chest. You reek of it, your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds.
Kim, take a picture.
Are like small droplets of water.
I feel like the guy has left or killed himself or something.
The insect stops its stridulation, seeming to observe you. Below its crown of reeds, little pinprick eyes detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you. Suddenly, there is silence. No, stop. Be afraid.
Both hands.
As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you. Shifting around in the reeds around it, in the muddy water, you notice some of its hind legs apparently standing on the water from time to time. It's that light.
Hi, I'm Harry.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you.
You know, if this is based on a bug, I might get eaten momentarily.
You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
It's foaming.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
Probably.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one.
What are you doing?
I exist.
Ah! Me too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
I'm ill.
What is your illness?
My head.
I am not. There isn't even a central nervous system in my head. Only mouth parts where eating white blood clots.
Ah.
Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images. A kind of darkness being intruded upon. Transient, dim, moist.
By what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding.
What's happening?
I am at the end of a narrow funnel. Weightless. So light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul. And if I did, it would never ache.
What the fuck is happening to me right now?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting. But for a curious mouth.
I'm happy to be sensitive. I did choose the empathy option, so I chose this life.
Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you. With all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and rotting glass. Eternal damnation, even when you're sleeping. And when you wake, you carry it around on your neck. With eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
It's disorienting. I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Oh, there's more. Detective?
Arriving.
Oh, thanks for my moral healing. I have not been interested in the cryptid side quest. This is weird. I have no more to say. Be gone.
No, there is one more.
Huh? What do you mean? Of all the creatures I've met, you are the kindest. And you are the most beautiful. I'm gonna go with beautiful.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
That woman, turn from the ruin, turn and go forward. I will try. I don't know what you're talking about, but I will try.
She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
Huh? Kim, take the picture.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go.
The shrill flash of the camera.
Wow.
Like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you.
I got it.
We got it.
A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off. a swaying, praying motion.
I hate that this insect knows about class society.
Of its eyes do not stray from you.
That is very cognizant. Disengage slowly. It knows more about class society than most people.
Turning away, the phasmid blurs your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
Well, it is beautiful. And off it goes. Whee! Why did that happen?
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water.
I really should go to bed.
And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
Clausia's passport.
It's gone.
What's in the reeds?
Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Yeah, he's not doing good. His health bad. Oh, all the stuff. Oh, is this one of the pieces of the armor? Yeah! Did I get all the pieces? I think I got all the pieces. I don't want to talk to you. Why did I do that? A book?
Brother, you've managed to collect all
Hey!
the pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown.
I don't think the Hermit would have helped me anyway. At least my collector's impulse has been satisfied.
Indeed, you found it all. Now your
Yay!
coil is completely protected. Few cops are this futuristic.
Yay! Woo! Hey, are you dying?
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
I'm sorry.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Could you not see the phasmid?
Mr. Duras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over
Uh-oh.
and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing.
Wave your hand.
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Duras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
What's happened to him?
Old age and shock.
Old age and shock, yeah.
The appearance of the phasmid, in conjunction with the stress of the arrest. He spent his entire life here. For him to live would be...
We found some things.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him.
Oh, passport. Helmet.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left. Wherever he is, the last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Passport.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80.
Let's have a closer look at that after. I think I'll be more useful than him.
Detached.
I lost.
You lost it?
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
I'd be fucked up too.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie phasmid, This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
I'm gonna let you rest.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open.
If I didn't pass the test of hearing the sound, would I have not seen the phasmid?
The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength is all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Hang tight.
We should think about getting back to the mainland to get help. He'll be safe here if we don't take too long.
I need to go to bed. We're so close to endgame. I'm remiss to stop playing, but I'm very tired. What the hell? I know that Keon said that the cryptid was stupidly important for some reason. And now I know. Now I understand. Somewhat. I probably would have engaged with it more and would have gotten more out of it, but... interesting. Anyways, I'm gonna stop. We're so close, but I am also sleepy. Yes, maybe there's like, I don't know, half an hour left. I'll return to it after... I'll return to this. Thank you for watching. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna deal with my mouse problem, and I am gonna go to bed. So, thank you for watching. Have a good night. See you next week.